Going on to you Leos out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. Smash the like button so you can get more connected into the energy of this reading. Also leave a comment so that you can also get more connected into the energy of this reading. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to be able to financially support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the show going. Listen, Leo, you have the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, and you have the Devil card. So these three cards right here for you Leos. It seems as if it seems as if some of you Leos may feel trapped for some reason. A lot of frustration, a lot of irritation, a lot of anger. The Page of Cups, the Page of Swords represents, well, the Page of Cups is delusion, or like things that you want to happen, but you don't necessarily get to happen, right? Things that you would like certain things to change, but then at the same time, you Leos realize that you won't allow yourself to be so caught up with shoulda, coulda, woulda, that you deliberately misinterpret what's actually happening in front of you. And the Page of Swords now represents you Leos knowing that in today's world, there's very few people that you could share yourself with. And that's very true. Because truth be told, most people who are in the game, who play the game, I'm going to just tell it to you straight. Those people, they want to be useless in their relationship. That's the whole point. That's why it is that I say that these will be people who are ultimately parasites, because when you pay attention to what a leech is, or parasites do, parasites live off of others. They bring no value. They are useless. You dig what I'm saying? So they bring no value. And that's what it is that it's all about, being in the game. It's about being useless while they're living off of somebody else's generosity, when in actuality, those people are useless. They bring no value, and they're striving to be worthless, useless, and valueless. They have no value whatsoever. They want to, and so what happens when a person strives to be worthless, not a contributing member to their house, to the society? They get thrown away. This is why it is that you have so many people, right, getting caught up and then coming to the internet complaining about how it is that they can't find anybody, because they're worthless eaters. They're useless eaters. They're literally people who are alive, but as far as the value that they bring, they play no role. They have no value. They have no worth. They are no use. They are useless eaters, as what the Illuminati would say, right? And I'm not a part of it. I'm just saying, but it's the truth in that regard. They're useless eaters. They bring no value to the table. And that's what it is that most people strive to be when they call themselves being in a relationship. That's what being a part of the game and playing games is about. Because at the end of the day, how are these people bystanders in their own relationship? They play no role. They don't play in the role of the if they saying that they don't want to play a role in it, then that means that they don't play a role in the downfall or the success of the relationship, since they don't want to play any role. And that's the stupidity and the pure confusion that a lot of individuals have, because you Leos see how much of a problem that mentality is. And you're right. The idea that you Leos are stepping to people trying to get to know them. But the problem is that they don't want to play a part. They sitting down, they want to just sit back, kick their toe up, and rub their feet together and not play any role in it, not play their part, not contribute at all. And then at the same time, what do? They just live up off of you. They just want you Leos to be doing everything. Remember, they play no part. So since they don't play a part, that means that they don't get a part of the benefits, since they don't want to play a part. So now the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers now is all about how it is that this is a situation where, and see, this is what a lot of you Leos are coming to the realization to. The Nine of Pentacles represents you coming to the realization that that's what it is that a lot of people want, calling themselves being in a relationship. And you Leos are right to think that, because that's the truth. Most people don't want to actually play a part or actually contribute to the relationship. They want to stand back, and it's so sad, because they want to pontificate. They want to figure out a way to become as useless as possible, or parasitic as possible, which is no use, as possible, right? As out of place and useless as possible, wasting space, valueless, worthless, occupying air, no worth. You know what I'm saying? Nature just sprung out this useless thing that's just literally useless in every area, which makes no sense, mind you, because by definition, useless abhors a void. So everything in nature, nature springs out for a specific purpose. So they want to. This is the delusion and the confusion and the warped mentality that a lot of people are coming with. This is why it is that a lot of those people have lost their guardian angel. Because even when you start talking about high spiritual guardian angel, this is why they lost their guardian angel, because of the fact that they have this mentality. So a lot of you Leos are starting to understand that. And then the thing is that the Lovers now is about how you Leos realize that you can't just go off trying to get to know people and contributing so fast. You have to take care of yourself. This is the reason why it is that I say that 50-50 relationships are the only kind of relationships that work. There is no other type that exists. It's only in the minds of people where other types exist. And then people will go, well, oh, that's not true. What about, you know, the whole Cardi B situation? That's 50-50. It's like, no, that's not. No. Cardi B doesn't realize it, but it's 50-50. Show and prove that it's 50-50. It's 50-50 because Cardi B, right, said it herself that she has business ventures alongside her husband, Offset. So that's 50-50 because they both have a child. They have a child together, right? So they both contribute to the household, not only to themselves, the child. They pay the bills, right, on their own accord, which I'm sure they, decide, how they're going to share it. And then not only that too, but they have business ventures with each other. So that's 50-50 because they're sharing the domestic work and they're sharing the non-domestic obligations and responsibilities. So it's 50-50. Because they're sharing it. They're figuring out ways in which they could bring value and not be useless to the relationship. That's 50-50. In many different areas, not just one. So now the thing is that the Lovers represent you Leos are seeing this, and this is the very same thing that you Leos are starting to understand. You got to take care of yourself, because this is what I mean when I say that even on the first date, this is why it is that I say that if you're experienced, you'll be able to know what's going on. Because even on the first date, you have people talking about they're not trying to pay, they're not even trying to go Dutch on the first date. That's a dub. Because the person is showing you Leos off rip, literally from the very beginning. You got to come up to them, say something slick, give, exchange numbers or get their number from them. More than likely, you're going to face rejection, mind you. But even if somehow you do go ahead and get their number, because they'll reject you for the stupidest of things. Even if you go ahead and you get their number, call them. So you doing all the work. The other person kicking their toe up and not do anything and waiting on you to do everything. Then at the same time, when you go ahead and take them on a date, you plan out everything. You take them on a date, right? You take them on a date. You still have to come out of pocket and spend for the whole date. Now, mind you, y'all are two adults. Why is one adult helping themselves to your pockets? And they have such an entitled, haughty mentality. They are entitled to other people's hard-earned money. They don't know what you had to go through to get the money. Legally, of course, we're always talking legal until I say otherwise. But they always think that they're entitled to your money now, Leo. And now they're showing you, oh, I don't want to contribute from the very beginning. This is why it is that I say, Leo, that and you even have the justice, 50-50. Because the justice represents equity. It represents things may not appear to be fair, but in actuality, it is 50-50 because it's fair. Because what happens, Leo, if your mind and your heart are in the correct place, and you, Leos, go ahead and you're in a relationship and you tell this person, do this, do this, do this, and they're willing to work with you as a team, and the two of y'all accomplish it. What happens to the spoils when you succeed? What happens to the benefits when you, Leo, succeed? You contributed to not only to yourself, you don't keep it all for yourself, right? Your teammate benefits as well, right? So this is the stupidity of it, Leo. This is why it is that I say that I'm not here, like what Conor McGregor said, I'm not here just to take part. I'm here to take over, because I'm not here to save modern day relationships. This is the thing that people really truly mistake about me in the quote unquote tarot community, or whatever they part of, whatever they want to bunch me up as. I'm not here to take part. I'm not here to save this thing. I want the standards between both parties, or whatever you're interested in, to be completely destroyed and then rebuilt correctly. Both sides, without exception, must contribute. If they don't contribute, then if you still want to get with them, I mean, we still have freedom and everything like that. It's still free will. You can get with them, but then don't complain when you get sick and tired of doing everything and the other person is contributing nothing, because you picked that. So that means that you, as an adult, are supposed to know what it is that they would be getting into. So that's what the justice in on itself represents. It represents contribution, equity. That's why it is that Libras be talking about 50-50. Cardi B is a Libra, mind you. Because when you get a chance to talk to Libras, Libras think from the perspective of 50-50. What they're thinking about is equity. They're thinking about trying to be fair to both sides. But Cardi B is a Libra, and Cardi B, who represents the Libra scale because she's a Libra, telling you relationships don't work unless there's equity on both sides. How are you, Leos, going to be in a relationship with somebody and then y'all putting in 100% of the work, but then they still want you to save? That money don't spend like that if they're expecting you to pay all the bills, do everything, and save at the same time. That's not going to work. The money will be spent faster before you save it. And that literally leads to the destruction of the relationship because there's no money being saved for a rainy day. So the only thing to do is to leave the relationship or to dispel it. Or go out and figure out a way to become contributing. But most people don't want to figure out a way to become contributing to the relationship. They only want to kick their feet up. So the Star and the Six of Wands here is about how you Leos see it for what it is, and y'all just want that your person. You just want somebody that can see things in a way where they see how contributing to the relationship, to actually being reciprocal in it, actually benefits everybody involved, both of them. And then when the two of y'all have a child or children, it benefits all 3 or 4 of y'all. How many of y'all have? The Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords now is about how, because you Leos understand that you are I guess in this case, a pentacle. You are a diamond. You see the forest for the trees when you see it for what it is. But, and the thing is that the Queen of Swords represents, but you're going to have to be a lot more selective because you Leos have been a little bit too non-exclusive. You need to be a little bit more exclusive. And what I mean when I say exclusive, I mean more judgmental. You need to be more judgmental. Let's clarify the Queen. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. The Star card, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, the Judgment, and then you have the Devil card. So this is about you. So the Star card, which you already have, this is about how it is that you want someone that can see the forest for the trees and wants the same thing that you do, a lot that has a lot of the same values that you do. The Knight of Pentacles, otherwise you're going to have to leave them alone. The Seven of Pentacles represents, this is what it is that you're getting though. You're getting a bunch of individuals that literally, they're trying to figure out ways to be parasites. You know, I don't want to smash within the first month. I don't want to pay on the first date. I don't want to call you. I don't want to be the one to go up to you. So and I've been saying this, so one party is doing everything. You see, this is the situation. You talking about relationships, you talking about marriage. We're not going to get there because you are already showing how useless you are. And I'm not saying you, I'm talking about the person in question. They are already showing how useless they are. People are too arrogant. They're too haughty. They think that the relationship is going to last till marriage. And they don't seem to understand that it's not even going to last till then because they have already shown and proven themselves to be quite worthless. They sitting there talking about how it is that they're taking any kind of role that they could have had, they're taking it off the board slowly. They sitting up there talking about, oh, I don't want to smash it within the first month. I don't want to pay for dates. I don't want to have to pay for any dates. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So the person is trying to work with them, right? You Leos are trying to work with them. But the more things that they take off the board, talking about how it is that they're not going to contribute, what are they doing? They're making themselves useless. Because now the question is, what role do you have to play? What are you doing? What role do they have to play? What are they doing? What value are they bringing to the table? If they saying that they don't want to pay for dates, they're not trying to smash within a month, they don't want to call, they don't want to approach, so okay, so you're taking everything they're taking every little bit off the table. What happens when you take everything off the table? There's nothing left on the table. The table represents what it is that they are bringing. What happens when you put things on the table? That means that they're supposed to be that means that they're contributing those things. What happens when you take things off the table? That means that you are keeping those things to yourself. So what does it mean, Leo, when they're taking everything everything off the table? That means that they're useless. But then but see, those people from the past would get mad at you when you Leos would see it for what it is and you bounce. And the judgment and the devil represents, but you Leos just see things for what they are. You know that, most people are out here looking for somebody to just be useless off of and just live off of the back of. Literally, they're not trying to contribute anything to. And they're trying to, and it's sad because they're trying to come up with ways to be as useless as possible. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not finna do this. I'm finna just eat up the food up in here and not do anything. I ain't gonna wash dishes. I ain't gonna put money down. I'm not gonna pay bills. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna help you with anything. I'm not finna do anything. So you Leos are starting to figure it out slowly but surely.